Okay.
Yeah. So, this is going to be a cool conversation, I believe, for the viewers. So ask any questions, ask away. Let's jump into it.
All right. When did you start your YouTube channel?
When did I start?
Yep.
Mid 2023, but I got real serious about it about 4 months ago, and I have to put that out. So it's a big difference of having like a YouTube channel set up and you're just throwing random videos. You don't care about the thumbnails. There's no strategy behind it. You're just uploading stuff just to throw it up. Kind of see like what sticks to the wall versus literally 4 months ago when I approached my YouTube channel, it was with a lot of targeted strategy behind it.
Yep.
And this is why I'm getting the results that I'm getting right now in a very short period of time.
And from the date that you started this channel, how many subscribers have you gained so far?
I'm up 13,200 some change, I'm very close to 13,250, so like around there. And let me tell you though, in the past 3 months, I've gained a majority of those subscribers. So I was hovering around 300 to 350 subscribers. And then it seemed like I made a post, I think one of my shorts that went viral. It have over 10 million views.
Yep.
Well over 10 million views to date on a short. And because of that, a lot of people been subscribing to my page, and then they had a chance to watch the other videos that was posted.
And were you surprised by the sudden jump in subscribers?
Thoroughly surprised. That's a good question, actually. Yeah, I was thoroughly surprised just because my approach to YouTube were just like anybody else starting out. Like, you're an unknown person. In my case, I'm an unknown brand. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna post out interesting things. So I got my team together first, right? Faceless video creator. They do thumbnails and stuff like that. So let me just post some good stuff around hospitality.
Yeah.
And I was originally thinking upwards of like 3 to 4 years before being monetized. The fifth year, me being in full swing. But I had all of those videos posted, the faceless stuff. And it was catching 500 views, 600 views, 1,200 views for some good stuff. So I was like, okay, then I see my subscribers go from, 2 to like 4, 7 a day per video I post. And it just seemed to hover or being topped out like around between 300 and 350. But I was very surprised.
Very good.
Yeah.
So tell me about Next Chef Network, this channel.
So perfect. So Next Chef Network is simply a hospitality focused production company. So, and I have to say it like that because when you're talking about YouTube, you have a lot of people that jump on YouTube with their picture and their name, and it's like that's their channel. They make it about them. Whereas me, I'm approaching YouTube from more of a business perspective. This is a production company, right? So again, referring back to my team, as a culinary producer, that's what I call myself. I don't call myself a YouTuber. I'm a culinary producer because I don't want to box myself just into YouTube, right? So the stuff that I'm creating on the ground level right now, yeah, YouTube is one of our main distribution channels, but I do have, from a production company standpoint, I do have the back end door to Hulu, Pluto, Amazon Prime, and these other major distribution channels. But that comes in with, $500,000 production, $1 million production, like something like that, like a real full body of work. So Next Chef Network is everything that covers hospitality. We break in the talent. So, for instance, now that my channel has been monetized and now I'm in position to receive continued funds based off of the views like I am now, now I'm able to go out into these different markets looking for, chefs or let's just say hospitality entrepreneurs that's looking to turn themselves eventually into a celebrity chef, looking to gain exposure to their business into other markets, or just looking to overall create a name for themselves. So Next Chef Network is going to be your place to start. Then you got places like the Food Network that been out for decades, multi hundreds of $1 million in revenue and a bigger footprint. They are the ones that could look at the people that come from Next Chef Network and they could turn them into a national name.
Good. So based off what you said, I could tell that hospitality is your niche, right?
100%. Been in it for over 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So why is this niche important?
Because we have more foodies and chefs collectively that are looking for fresh content and a new outlet. You have these other channels, bigger names. In my personal opinion, their innovation is over. They're putting out the same type of content, same type of intellectual property, their own TV shows, right? Cooking competitions that you see on these major networks. They're putting out stuff that is really, there's no life in it. It's very boring. Mm-hmm. And they do like one season and they have their production team to create another show. So for us, it's a totally different take. What was the question again? I think I veered off just a little bit. What was that question again?
Why is the niche important?
Why is the niche important? So, all right, perfect. So going back to the foodies. So when I did my research, because I'm like, man, you know what? And this is the thought processes behind the creation of Next Chef Network at its core. I said, I want to get involved in the film scene. That's where the real money is, right? I want to get involved with that. I can control everything that I need to control. Unlike when I was running a restaurant, right? Restaurant was driven by the economy. I had to sell a lot more. Its numbers was super small. Margin of failure was even smaller. The profits was even smaller, right? Mm-hmm. So this is something where I can have fun. I'm naturally a creative person, right? So follow me. I'm naturally a creative person.
Yep.
I'm like, look, I don't want to get into a different industry where that gap of understanding before I produce is so far. Now I'm wasting 4 or 5 years just to catch up, just to turn that into a video or a series of IPs, right? So I was like, look, I'm not going to reinvent the wheel. What I'm going to do is take the 12 plus years I already have spent in the industry, stay in the industry, but just make a pivot to film and production. So,
very good.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's talk strategies.
All right, let's go. Let's go.
What are some strategies you use to grow your channel?
What I personally had to do, because this YouTube thing, this production thing is so new, what I had to personally do was start off research, right? So in business, a lot of people go wrong when they approach business with the sense that I know everything. There's nothing you can teach me. All right. Even though I've been in the business for over 12 years, I've been a line cook, I've been a senior manager, I've been in a CEO seat and everything in between, right? I've been in hotels, right? Serve safe instructor and proctor. Like I've been those things. I would never put myself in a position to be like, there's nothing you can teach me. I know everything. Those people that think like that, their business plateaus and then plummets. So what I had to do when I made that pivot into production was I actually looked at these different channels. I didn't care if you had 200-300 subscribers and I had 1,000. Like even to date, me being at a little over 13,200, I'm still looking at people that have 2,000 to 3,000 subscribers. And I'm looking at their videos and them saying like, look, this is how you should put together a thumbnail strategically. This is how you should edit your video. This is how the lighting, the this and that, and the camera system used. This is how you could better tailor your videos. And I am far more ahead in subscribers. I'm light years ahead in actual watch time. I'm almost 200,000 on watch time hours. I'm in the millions, over 10, I'm like 14, 15 million when it comes to overtime views, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm learning from people that has 1,000 subscribers, if that. I'm learning from people that have millions of subscribers. So my initial strategy coming in was to bridge all that together. Because I could be creative with knowing what the foodsy people, the professionals in my industry want to see for entertainment value, for shock value. But I needed to understand the core of YouTube. So once I'd done the research, my next strategic thing was to simply apply it to every video released. That happened, and now I'm in a position where, I've been, the channel been here since mid 2023, but I've been active in the right way 4 months ago. I'm already monetized, 2 or 3 months in, actively, right? Applying strategy and stuff like that. 2 to 3 months in, monetized. I'm already receiving money from my channel every day. And that number for money is going up. Every time I look at the YouTube studio, I'm always looking at the dollar amount going up. So with this thing, it's all about learning, applying, repeat.
So for the people that are trying to do the same thing you are trying to do, what are some things they should consider?
Double down on their niche. YouTube, social media, the film industry is all niche. Even if you were to be a producer, director over a multi-million-dollar film, Hollywood put people, producers, directors, actors, actresses, they put them in a niche. This is why you always look at TV shows, movies from the silver screen. These type of actors, what are they? Action actors. So all the action movies, like the dude from James Bond, Iris Iba, and I'm messing his name up, but whatever, right? You always see them in an action role. The Rock, always action. You got all of the comedians that's successful and was able to cross over into film. Now they're playing comedic style movies. You see what I'm saying? So it's the same thing on YouTube. So you have to look at your niche and how to find your niche, because I know a lot of people out there is really scared to go 100% in on a YouTube channel. You got to look at a few things when it comes to selecting your niche. One, which is the major thing, what is that thing that you know like the back of your hand, that you don't need much education or in the field to do, right? Then the second thing is, how can I take my developed skill set and monetize it, right? So YouTube is one thing, sponsorship is another thing, AdSense is another thing. Can you develop products, and what do those products look like? Is it basic apparel? In my case, I'm doing apparel. A little bit later on, probably like early 2024, I'm going to release like 1 or 2 hot sauces, like physical things for consumption. There's other things that I'm going to be doing as well as I further myself in YouTube, right?
Yep.
So, and then another thing is, don't do this for money, right? I'm a person that don't believe in passion projects, but your mindset should be, if I were to do this thing for free, will I still do it? Will I love to do it? And then once you figure that thing out, and it goes into the next thing. Once you figure out that thing that you love so much that you could do it for free, that you could pour money into it to learn and develop yourself at a zero return, that's the niche that you want to apply to your YouTube channel. You don't want to chase the money. You want to internalize something that God have already given you, flip it to be monetized. And don't put no cap on it. Don't put no dates on it, because you're going to stress yourself out. There's a lot of people on YouTube that had great promise. They had a clear niche, but they got burned out. They blew all their money and they got burned out because they didn't allow themselves to have fun with the process. I'm having fun with the process. When I create a show, like the show we're co-producing right now, I got dates, yes, but I'm not going to kill myself if I have to exceed that date. It's going to happen, but I understand under the current, because like financially I'm good. So underneath the current financial situations, it's like, okay, if I have to wait to my next check to get this done, then I'm just going to wait. I'm not going to force and go crazy, right? So it's cool. I'm in a beautiful, very, very great financial situation, to say the least. I'm making money from YouTube. So it's like, hey, let's have some fun with it. Less stress. If I wanted to be in stress, I would have kept the restaurant.
Yeah.
And we all know the food. All right. Yeah, go ahead. What's next?
What is your end goal with this channel?
The end goal is to have as much subscribers I can and to make the most money I can. Kind of counterproductive to what I just said, but yeah, but look,
Yeah.
Check it out, right? But check it out. Again, it goes back to, you don't want to have, it's a fine balance. When you're starting out, you want to have your goals, you want to have your projections, you want to have some kind of financial dollars. That's how you create your business and to make sure that you're staying on track with growth. But at the same time, money is the center point of life as we know it, right? Like what I want to do long term, short term and long term, is to make enough of creative content where I could build credibility to Next Chef Network and everything else that we're doing underneath this. Also, to put myself in a situation where I could walk away at some point from a 9 to 5 and be 100% in on Next Chef Network, because it's a production company, it's a business, right? So that's where that money part comes into play. Like, I have to get to certain thresholds where I could take this money, reinvest it, like how I teach y'all, as long as you create a business, you back it by real estate.
Yep.
You'll never go wrong, right? So there's those different levels, but I want to take Next Chef Network and bring it from YouTube to these other distribution channels up to the point where I'm like the Food Network. Like, I'm on a TV channel. That's my end goal. That's my true end goal. I want to do Fox Entertainment. I want to do business with you. Let's put it right now.
Yep.
Right? Right? Hey, let's say it. Let's talk it into existence. Fox Entertainment. I know I got to prove myself. I'm going to show you some work. But at some point, and I'm not even going to put a year or date on it, at some point, I want y'all to pick me up, just like how y'all did with Chef Gordon Ramsay and his production company. I got some work for y'all. So, hey, I'm putting it out right now into the universe. But if I could get a deal with Fox Entertainment in California, LA, if I could get a deal with them, it's game over. But to get on their radar, I have to put out great body of work. Everything I put out has to be great. Views, numbers, across the board. Turning Next Chef Network from 13,000 subscribers to possibly 1 million subscribers in conservatively, a year, 2 years at this rate? Probably 2 years. You know what I mean? Getting it to like a multi-million-dollar thing where I could start to send some waves to California, to Fox Entertainment back door. And then they could look at my whole entire catalog with all the different shows I created. And they could be like, you know what, let's pick them up too. Because Gilmore, the culinary producer, is putting out hits. And I know if we put Fox Entertainment money back in his, with our backdoor channels, and give him a TV channel, like legit, you turn to this channel, this my joint pop up. Like, that's the end goal for Next Chef Network.
Okay. So based off what you said, it sounds like a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
Which leads to my final question.
Yep.
Will you be doing this alone?
No. Everything is done with a team, right? So I got all of y'all as a family that's going to be doing this. I know you're on your way to SCAD, and the stuff that you're going to learn from that prestigious university, you could bring that wealth of knowledge back. And then be a great value add to the media companies that I own. And then, I also have my team. I have an editor. I have a thumbnail or graphic designer that does thumbnails, posters, and stuff like that, logos and stuff for the different TV shows. I have a podcast studio that's stationary in Silver Spring for Harry Chef Again podcast as well. I got videographers that could come out and we could get footage on site. So, and I got more than that. I did a partnership deal with the American Film Institute in Silver Spring. So now I got a dedicated space to say, like, if I done a documentary or if I want to put something on the silver screen, I got that outlet. So my team is already assembled, and they've been assembled for a while. Now it's on me as a culinary producer to create the different levels of content and movies and documentaries and all this stuff to activate everybody in their respective positions within Next Chef Network. We ready, man. We ready.
Yep.
We locked and loaded, man.
Mm-hmm.
Locked and loaded.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I think that was good.
Yep.
I think that was good, definitely.